We as Indigenous youth demand that our children have opportunity to learn their native language as their original language. We call for more high-quality programs to be created and that funding be allocated to revive our Indigenous language. We demand that language programs be made available to all Indigenous people where they live. We as Indigenous youth demand that each and every one of our treaties be honored. We demand that a separate and unbiased commission be set forth to investigate broken treaties. We demand all negotiations and discussion between governments and nations be fair and respectful. We will assert jurisdiction over our lands and our resources. We as Indigenous youth of Turtle Island call for discrimination against Indigenous peoples not be tolerated. We demand that all government policies, acts, and laws which discriminate against Indigenous peoples be abolished immediately. Nepotism will not be tolerated. We demand all internal discrimination against youth, elders, and groups of people within our communities stop. We demand that all external discrimination against any other race, religion, and culture be stopped immediately. We as Indigenous youth call for unrestricted access to our traditional historical artifacts, whether they're in museums, private collections, or any other possession. Our traditional ceremonies must be recognized and respected by governments, school boards, business owners, and the greater society as equal to other religious holidays and practices. We will not allow our culture and tradition to be defined by outside or foreign influences. We as Indigenous youth of Turtle Island demand that media highlight the positive aspects of Indigenous culture rather than perpetuate stereotypes. We demand that all news reports relating to Indigenous peoples accurately represent our perspective. Media blackouts will not be tolerated. The demand that government support Indigenous created media bodies. We as Indigenous youth of Turtle Island refuse to be subject to any form of colonization. We refuse to allow previous effects of colonization to pass on to the next 7 generations. All hate, resentment, and anguish end now. We forgive all people who have damaged our culture, lands, and our people. We ask that all people of Mother Earth join us in healing. We as Indigenous youth demand that our mother be protected at all costs. We demand unrestricted access to sacred sites. Sacred sites will be maintained in their natural original state. We demand that all environmentally destructive behavior stop immediately. The health and well-being of our people and our ceremonies is dependent on the well-being of our mother, the earth. We as Indigenous people must reestablish our connection to the land. As guardians, we implore ourselves to take action to protect, preserve, and restore Mother Earth and all creation. Thank you, Madam Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Nicole Martin.